An incredible rivalry between Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal had kicked off on March 28, 2004, when the 17-year-old Spaniard took down the reigning world No. 1 in straight sets in the third round to perform one of the biggest surprises of the season, despite the fact he was already ranked inside the top 40. 12 months later, they reached the final in Miami and Roger prevailed after a titanic battle, ousting Nadal 2-6, 6-7, 4, 7-6, 5, 6-3, 6-1 in 3 hours and 43 minutes in what has been one of the best ATP finals in the last 20 years. This was the first Masters 1000 final for Nadal, becoming the second youngest finalist at this series after Michael Chang, and having everything in his hands until the middle of the third set, leading 6-2, 7-6, 4-1 before Roger started one of the career-best comebacks. The Swiss took the third set tie-break and played better and better as the match progressed to lift the first Miami Masters and also its Sunshine Double, after previously winning Indian Wells 2 weeks earlier. The Swiss won just 7 points more than his rival and was 2 points away from losing in the 10th game of the third set and also in the tiebreak where Nadal had a 5-3 advantage and a serve for a 6-3 and possible match points, which never happened. Roger won 4 points in a row to steal the set, and this was the pivotal moment of the entire encounter since he lost just 4 games in sets 4 and 5 to march towards the finish line and grab the maiden crown in Florida. Surprisingly, the Spaniard was on the same level with the Swiss in the shortest points while Roger took charge in the mid-range exchanges, also staying in touch in the longest rallies that earned the win for him in the end. Nadal defended his second serve better but had to play against 13 break points, getting broken on 7 occasions, including the last 3 service games of the match. Federer gave serve away 5 times from 9 opportunities, 4 in the opening set alone. Nadal created, although it has to be said that he raised his level after the third set, delivering fury from the initial shot and keeping the pressure on the other side of the net. This was the 18th consecutive triumph for Roger in the ATP Finals and the 22nd win in a row, also the 48th in the last 49 matches. Nadal made the best possible start after breaking in the first game when Roger sent a backhand long, confirming the break with a service winner in Game 2 to settle into a nice rhythm. Federer was yet to find his shots and had to play against 2 more break points in Game 5, saving them with a service winner and another one with a volley to remain in the competition and avoid an even bigger setback. The Spaniard was firing on all cylinders, scoring the second break at 4-2 after a double fault from Federer, serving for the set in the next game. Hold that love pushed Rafa 6-2 up, looking for more of the same in the rest of the clash in what was his biggest ATP final in a young career. Things went from bad to worse for the world No. 1 who got broken again at the start of the second set after a poor volley at the net, leaving himself with a lot of work to be done in the rest of the set. He reacted quickly and pulled the break back in the following game with a return winner, gaining the momentum that drove him towards another break in Game 4 for a 3-2-1 lead. Roger had a great chance to seal the set with another break in Game 8 but missed a routine smash that could have cost him dearly if he had lost the match in the end. This shot changed everything and out of sudden Nadal was alive and kicking, breaking back in Game 9 with a forehand return winner before facing 2 set points in Game 10. Roger missed an easy volley on the first and Rafa saved the second to get out of jail and level the score at 5-5, gathering the momentum and positive vibes before they headed into a tie-break. There, Nadal fired 2 winners from both wings to move 5-2 up and the second set was in his hands when Roger netted a forehand in the 11th point, taking a massive 2 sets to love lead and standing a set away from the first Masters 1000 crown. An 18-year-old had the strings of the match firmly in his hands when he landed a backhand cross-court winner in Game 4 that pushed him 3-1 ahead, although this was the last break point Roger would face by the end of the match, an essential fact in his outstanding comeback. Rafa saved a break point in the following game to increase the advantage and come 2 games away from the triumph when Federer finally found some rhythm on the return to break back in Game 7 and cancel the deficit. Looking at the finish line, Nadal blasted an ace to repel a breakpoint at 4-4, sending the set into a tie-break where all the pressure was on Roger, who had no room for errors. Despite that, Nadal forged a 5-3 lead after a forehand error from Roger, who was now 2 points away from the defeat. Keeping his focus on a high level, Federer attacked with his forehand to get the mini break back and avoid facing match points, leveling the score at 5-5 with a brave forehand winner. Suddenly, his position on the court looked much better and he hit a smash winner for a 6-5 lead, earning the set when Rafa sprayed a backhand error, rattling off the last 4 points to get himself on the board and stay in the title chase. After missing that one last push that would send him over the top, Nadal started to lose ground and netted a backhand to drop serve in the fourth game of the third set, which pretty much marked the beginning of his end. Federer sailed through his service games and seized the set with a forehand drive volley winner in Game 9 for a 6-3 and the upcoming decider where he was the clear favorite. Nadal wasted a game point in the third game of the final set and Roger found the way to break him with a forehand down-the-line winner that sealed the fate of the Spaniard. There was nothing Rafa could do in the return games and Federer had the upper hand in every segment of the game, creating a 4-1 advantage with another break in Game 5. Serving to stay in the match at 1-5, Rafa lost his serve again and Roger started a huge celebration of what had been one of the most important wins in his prime years, all of it after being so close to losing the match in straight sets. Nadal would win the next 5 clashes against the greatest rival, although this defeat would hurt for good as he never managed to go all the way in Miami and lift the rare big title he is missing in his collection.